Shalom, everybody, and happy Sukkos. Chag Sameach. I'm Rabbi Edelstein. This is Rabbi E in 3, brought to you by MEOR DC and filmed live or recorded live on location in the Edelstein sukkah, which I'm going to show you right now. It's on the deck in the back of our house. It's a beautiful, beautiful sukkah. It's incredible, and I didn't do it myself by any means. Wonderful neighbors helped me construct it, and my daughters helped decorate it. Really, they decorated all of it. They're beautiful colored lights. They're posters of Jewish children, of the kotel, of the Western Wall. There's a beautiful, colorful poster of all the Torah portions of the year. Well, I can't show you everything. And, of course, there are 4 walls, sturdy canvas walls, which are halakhically okay, as long as they don't move too much in the wind, and these don't. And, of course, what makes the sukkah unique is the schach. In fact, the name sukkah is related to schach, the material that is the roof, the flimsy roof. The walls can pretty much be made of anything in a sukkah, but what defines it in Jewish law and conceptually is the roof, not a permanent roof. Actually, the whole dwelling is not a permanent dwelling, but the roof is the real temporary part of the sukkah, made from organic material detached from the ground. I have beautiful evergreen branches. Anyway, that was a quick tour of the sukkah. It's beautiful here. We are going to have the great debate of the century, of the millennia in this sukkah, and it'll be resolved tonight. Believe me. No, there was a great debate last night. However, what it was, the third of the great presidential debates. But there's a bigger debate that the sukkah actually resolves, and that's the debate between body and soul. The debate between this world and the next world. Because throughout the ages, people have struggled, human beings have struggled with their own human condition. Because a human being, according to Jewish teaching, the Torah and our tradition, is a dual creature, a dualistically made creature, creation, I should say. A body, a physical body, physicality with physical desires of its own, and a neshama, a spark of God, of the divine, yearning for something ultimately beyond this world, its source, God. There's a battle between the bodily and the soul. There's a debate, which is more important? Should I indulge in single malt scotches all day long? Now you see what I'm thinking about. And just have physical pleasures all the time? There's a desire for that. There's a drive for that. There's pleasure in that. Or should I follow the promptings of my soul? Do good, fix the world, help people, create, connect to God. It's a struggle sometimes. It really is. An alarm clock goes off in the morning, as it does. The body says, turn it off, throw it down, destroy it. The soul says, I want to get up and make the world a better place. It's a debate, body versus soul. It seems unwinnable, unresolvable, even with Chris Wallace as a host. How are you going to solve that? Or the other angle, this world versus the next world. This world has so many beautiful things. I mentioned scotch. Traveling the world, so many beautiful things to see. I could spend every minute of a lifetime and more investigating and enjoying this world. But there's transcendent desires I have too. I don't just want to be involved in physicality. I want to be involved in something that's not as ephemeral as physicality, which, for all its pleasure, doesn't last. Body, soul, this world, the next world, there's no way to solve it. The sukkah solves it. The Torah itself solves it. And the sukkah is the paradigmatic, I think that's a word, the paradigm of the solution. Because the Torah is the harmonizer of body and soul. Every desire of a human being that God himself made in his wisdom is properly channeled and elevated through the laws of the Torah and the teachings of the Torah. And the sukkah symbolizes that so much. Why? Sukkot is not a holiday where you come out to an ugly little hut, and of course this is a beautiful hut, booth. You don't come out and eat dry bread and salt or something. You bring your finest cutlery and meals and, dare I say, scotch, if you want, whatever, into the sukkah. And you're enjoying the beauty of the physical world and the physical pleasures, but you have something to remind you, the roof, the temporary roof, to remember. Don't think of the physical world or your wealth, or for that matter, your health, as something permanent. This physical world is not permanent. Does that mean, like we said, you chuck out all those pleasures? No. Enjoy the pleasures as God wants us to, but with the literal sukkah roof above your head, or the rest of the year, not during Sukkot, the mentality of the sukkah mindset of a Jewish person that this world is temporary. Our physical journey in this world, life goes on after this world, Judaism teaches, but in this world it's temporary. Enjoy the pleasures, but don't lose sight of the source of the pleasures. And even better, connect those physical pleasures to their source, to God, through the blessings we make, through the life we lead, to utilize the physical pleasures for a lifelong journey spiritually to grow as a person. Then you're enjoying the physical pleasures within a sukkah mentality that prevents you from deifying your house, your possessions, your wealth, your health, your scotch, your president. Don't deify anything except give honor to the one God who protects us in this world. He's the only ultimate source of protection. That's what the walls of the sukkah are supposed to remind us of, the clouds of glory that surrounded the Jewish people in the desert, the divine providence that has surrounded the Jewish people throughout our history and every individual. Sometimes it's easy to see, sometimes it's not. But our faith, our emunah, our trust is in God and in his protection. That's the ultimate lesson of the sukkah. A time of joy, greater joy than any other holiday. You should be joyous in your sukkah and take that joy and that joyous perspective out of the sukkah back in your house. I've talked well longer than 3 minutes. My gosh, Chris Wallace, Martha Raddatz, Trump would be interrupting me. I've gone on way too long. Debate, body versus soul, this world versus the next world. The Torah says you can have it all with that sukkah perspective and indeed with the guidance of the Torah itself. Joy in this world, but connected to what's eternal. Have a wonderful Sukkos, wonderful Simchas Torah, and good Shabbos as well.